Shalom. Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, all glory, all honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKadosh. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, okay, the God of Israel, the God of Yashar Allah. He is the Prince of the power, okay. His true name is Yahweh, and the meaning of it is He is, or He exists, okay. Ba'ashem is in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, okay, which is true name in the Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue, okay. There's Yahweh Shai, and the meaning of it is He delivers, okay, or He deliverer, which is an omen, omen, name prediction, for what He came to do and what He's coming back to do, which is to deliver the elect, okay, the elect out of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, okay, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, okay, so-called North American Indians, so-called Mexicans, so-called Chileans, okay, so-called Brazilians, okay, the people that are indigenous to the North, Central, and South America, okay, you are the biblical Israelites, okay. Also to the Israelites that are scattered amongst the other nations, okay, Israelites that may look like, may look like an East Indian, may look like a so-called Chinese person, a so-called Japanese person, or even a so-called white person, okay. You have Israelites that, because of the curses, right, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, okay, the 64th verse, there was a scattering, in the nation of Israel, okay, it was dispersed amongst many different nations, and our seed, was sprinkled, or the men of our nation lay, women of the other nation, okay, and and what determines what an Israelite is, Numbers 1 and 18, okay, you are the seed of your father, they declared their houses, their seeds, their pedigrees after the house of their fathers, okay, and and double honors, of course, to the apostles and the elders, the leaders, of Israel, man, the men that have been laboring in this thing, for a number of years. Man, the Spirit of the Lord has been upon them, to labor the way that they do, so they could, have obtained the knowledge that they have, man, to be able to give it to, us, man, the men that received it and passing it on. And that's the love of the Lord. That's the love. I believe that's Ephesians, the 3rd chapter. To know the love of Yahweh Shai is the passing of knowledge. Okay? Because that's the reason why people are destroyed, for a lack of knowledge, man. But through the blood, through the sacrifice that was made, the sacrifice, man, that was made, we were able to be brought back to the Lord, man. But that starts with knowing of Him. Okay? Because our people for centuries, man, have had a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge. As you can see, I'm in transit, man. I wanted to speak on prophecy, a little bit, because we understand that Revelation, the 19th chapter, speaks about Yahweh Shai, okay, Yahweh Shai being the spirit of prophecy. You understand? And here lately, what I've been experiencing myself, and I've been hearing brothers' testimonies. Okay, it's the Acts, the 2nd chapter. around the 17th verse, and what was prophesied in the book of Joel. Okay, your daughters shall prophesy, which meaning to dream dreams. Okay, your sons shall see visions. Or I believe it's your sons shall dream dreams, and your old men shall see visions. Roughly paraphrasing. And I got a quick testimony. I had to get myself together, because it was extremely heavy. It hit me, early this morning. That's when it seems the Lord be working on the minds of men. Just man, it started off. It was a lot. Usually you dream certain things. You can't really put too much sense to it and don't really understand it. And it was a couple people in my life, that were in my life, and people that are in my life as of now, that I see here and there, my fleshly, family, that I may see or may talk to. They were in a dream, and a couple situations or a couple things happened, and but it was one significant piece of this dream, and brothers. I saw certain brothers in the dream. I seen a brother from LA. It was a couple of. I know it was a lot more, but it was a lot more. It was a lot of brothers. It was a lot of brothers. I couldn't make out whose face it was, but I knew that they were bros. And man, we were in a location somewhere, and something had happened, and I don't know what had happened. I felt myself in a place with all these bros, and I had a cup in my hand. And it looked like water. It looked like a wine glass. Somebody, I think a brother had poured me a cup. I had it in my hand, and we were all just sitting. We were standing, and then we were sitting. Which looked like bleachers, man. Which isn't the first time that I've seen, that, sort of along the lines of, the same thing. And bros, brothers started looking up and looking into the sky. And the chariots started filling the whole sky, man. But they started slowly appearing. They started, making different shapes. I've seen like octagons. I've seen, the usual like balls of fire. There's different shapes, man. And I just remember brothers just cheering. I remember brothers just ecstatic and just, words couldn't really bring. Words couldn't say. The feeling that I personally got. And the feeling that I know it was mutual among the men that were there, the brothers that were there, and man, I was just super excited, man. Super excited, and those chariots, man, those are the vehicles of the Lord. Those are the vehicles, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. How he's going to make his second return, and it's not for nothing that there's been an increase, in the sightings of those chariots, man. There's been recent different articles that have been coming out, and people not being able to make sense of it, and it's getting to a point where they can't hide it. Esau Edom, which his major tool, is deception. He uses a lot of, that's the witchcraft, that left hand, that he uses. Deception and hiding things, from the masses, from the masses of people. More importantly, the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel have been, a lot of things have been hid, but it's all through the Spirit. It's all according to what was allowed, to happen, and so man, the Lord, the scriptures say the Lord shut the sin with the shout, man. Revelations the 18th chapter, which pretty much is the ultimately, hey, speaking about the end of this place, man. It speaks about a come out of her, my people. Come up out of my people. Come up out of here, my people. Because the wrath or the indignation of the Lord is upon this land. It's upon this place. For the wickedness. For what this place. I ain't gonna even say. You can't really say the land. Because the land is just land. It was the people that did it to our people. So, but it's still a lot of blood that pollutes this land, and the Lord is gonna do away with all of this place, man. And He's gonna deliver, and the feeling or the spirit that was on me when I woke up out of it, was just the Lord is close. The Lord is close, man. The Lord is close. The scriptures talk about Him coming. As the 2 Peter, I believe, is the 4th chapter, coming as a thief in the night. When the elements shall melt, with fervent heat, man. When this third war is brewed. A lot of things that are happening, a lot of prophecies taking place. It's a couple more major, prophecies that are, need to take place, which are going to take place, and man, we're gonna be up out of here, man. I firmly believe that. I have faith in that. I have faith in the Lord, man. The things that He's shown the brothers, man, the brotherhood, like-minded, sincere men, that are laboring in this thing, that are fighting a good fight of faith, striving for the truth. Whatever we gotta endure, we just gotta endure it. Fight through it. Because the end of it, man, the captain of our salvation, the end of our faith is, Yahweh Shai, man. He's about to come, man. He's about to come. He's been putting the Spirit on bros, showing brothers visions, giving us more, increasing our faith more and more, because He understands, man, that the devil, Revelations 12, the devil knowing he got, has nothing but he got a short time, what I'm saying? So He's gonna come down with wrath. But the Lord is what, man? He's always protected us. He always has lifted standing. He's always lifted standing. But you gotta have faith. You gotta believe in that, man. We gotta believe, man. Faith. What is faith? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, man. So that, that's the point, man. I want to ramble on, man. It was just a heavy vision. Beautiful, beautiful dream. Vision, I just say vision. Just intense, man. It was intense. So bros, man, just keep fighting, man. Keep enduring. Just keep holding on. Holding on and keep enduring. We almost up. We almost about here. Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai. Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai. Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai. Call, Haloyim, Alahayinahu Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Makahakadash. Shalom.